Professor, nothing to report. Ferdiad is a city with a long history that goes back to before Fargus gained its independence. I'd like to visit that place at least once before I die, but I'm afraid I have my own work to attend to. It's hard being so dedicated.
Oh yes,
Ah,
poor
well,
you.
I'll go there for some leisurely sightseeing once Fodlan knows peace.
Yeah, probably the better idea, to be honest. Like, don't go there during the war.
Dimitri hated the Empire with a fiery passion. At Gronder, driven by fury, he sent many good knights to their doom.
In his defense, he did not hate the Empire until you guys invaded his lands. Until then, his beef was only with Edelgard and the people who caused the tragedy.
Now he appears to be freed from that hatred. If he can make thoughtful decisions, unswayed by his emotions, he may make a fine king someday.
So here's an interesting thing. What he wants us to say is kings can't have feelings, and he will explain why a king is not supposed to have feelings. But I think it was either in Crimson Flower or in Silver Snow, where he actually says the exact opposite. Like, he knows how to argue both sides.
No, they cannot. Kingly judgment has to be wholly separate from the emotions of the individual.
That is literally impossible, Ferdinand. I'm sorry, but kings are still people.
Up until a few decades ago, Ferdiad was a disorderly city. Even the water supply was poorly constructed. As such, it was a hotbed of sickness and disease. The late king hired a researcher named Cornelia, who advised that he give top priority to improving the city's infrastructure. In the space of just a few years, the city was transformed into a place of beauty and order. At the same time, the diseases that had plagued our land loosened their grip, one after another. It was miraculous.
And this is how Cornelia got herself a job as the royal court mage.
The kingdom capital. It's been way too long since I was there last. Oh, Professor, I didn't mean... it's not that I'm looking forward to it or anything.
No, you...
Please don't tease me like that. It's just, when I think of us finally saving everyone in Ferdiad, it makes me a little happy. Okay, maybe a lot happy. The kingdom capital is under the tight control of Cornelia, who was ennobled by the Empire. Judging by what we heard from Lord Rodrigue, it sounds like she's a tyrant. But all of that ends soon. Let's get there quickly.
Annette, I like it when you're hyper, because when you are hyper, you crit a lot. So please, be as hyped as you want. I don't mind.
I agree that we should head for Ferdiad, but let's not forget our search for Lady Rhea. The soldiers from the church are going to set up a base at the Great Bridge of Myrden. They'll be able to keep up the search while we head for the kingdom capital.
Like, a happy Annette is a critting Annette, you know what I say?
Professor?
Okay, let's see, do we need any teas? Let me have a look at my little document. So we need one almond, one Albanian berry, and oh my god, we need a lot of bergamot. Oh, that's one of the expensive ones.
Hello there.
Ugh.
This one, yes? I think 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 this one, yes? This one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think. Return soon, please.
Alright.
Hey, welcome. You have a good eye. A pleasure doing business. Come again.
If you manage to take back Ferdiad, it'll make it a bit easier for us to do business. Taxes in the Fargus dukedom are ridiculously high. Makes it hard to even think about trading. That Cornelia woman. What does she use that ample tax money for anyway? From the Empire's perspective, I suppose it makes sense to squeeze the former kingdom territories for all they're worth. But if they throw those territories into total ruin, doesn't that defeat the purpose of conquering them?
Not if your ultimate purpose is not just to conquer but to wipe humanity off of the map. And we will get to that. We will get to that once we get to the final battle for this month, which may not be...
Reunion, you gotta keep looking after them
Oh,
all.
whoops. Which may not actually be in this stream, because we do still have a bunch of stuff to do.
A class reunion on the battlefield? That's bleak. That must have been so hard on everyone. You gotta keep looking after them all. I mean, they still look to you for guidance, you know?
Can I actually learn flying from you? No, I cannot. But I do have your item.
Thanks for finding.
Okay, no more lost items for anybody. Perfect. I don't need anything from you. That's a fish that we don't really need. And a smithing stone, which we don't need anymore. I'll have some great deals next month. Okay. Good, I'll come by then.
Here's my thought.
The fish in this pond get fed every day, so they're swimming all lazy and serene. But the only reason they're kept here is so that they can one day be used for food. But the fish don't know that, so they just swim around happily. It's a bit of a miserable thought. But aren't soldiers much the same?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, rest in peace, Lord Rodrigue. Oh, and here were the flowers that we were supposed to pick up. The ones that have petals shaped like swords, basically. Okay, let's do some harvesting and some planting.
Okay.
Oh, we actually have people on the second floor this time. Okay, let's go.
I never used to care whether I lived or died. But after seeing so much death firsthand, I now realize how precious life truly is. I'm ashamed of how arrogant I was to think that death could mean so little.
As we just found out, it's actually a bit worse than that. She was basically suicidal during her academy phase. So, yeah. Glad you got better, Marianne. We love you.
He'll need to excel as a leader if he's to make up for my old man's death. Though if my father could see Dimitri now, he'd be glad to have made the sacrifice. Don't you dare tell anyone I said that.
Oh, bless you, Felix. I know this is tough for you. But he is right. If Rodrigue could see Dimitri now, he would be like, absolutely worth it. And actually, what's even more heartbreaking is, remember when Rodrigue died, he asked Dimitri if he was okay, and he said, please tell me it wasn't in vain. And one of Dimitri's level up quotes after he, because his level up quotes changes after he basically gets out of his psychotic episode, so from here on out, and one of those quotes for level up that he has now is, it wasn't in vain, I swear it wasn't in vain, which is just heartbreaking. It's like,
I'm relieved the prince seems to have finally come to his senses. Though it's a real shame that Lord Rodrigue passed away. It really
we
is.
lost Rodrigue, but he will be remembered, and at least he didn't die in vain.
But now, I think we're starting to see a sliver of hope for the future of Fodlan.
Yep, we certainly are.
It's always so peaceful coming back here. But it's hard to relax knowing we have to go out on another expedition again so soon. And now we're headed to the kingdom? That sounds hard. Oh, really hard, don't you think? I knew you'd think so. I knew you... Ow! you through the door.
You'll be fine, Bernadetta. You're not even going onto the battlefield.
Pardon me.
Really? Hi.
Alright, off to the dining hall we go. Yeah, so level up lines. Usually you have the ones for before the time skip and after the time skip. But Dimitri is one of those cases, like I said it earlier when I watched the supports. In some ways, this game is complete and utter shit when it comes to gameplay and story integration. Like, for example, easy example, the seasons. We always hear about, like, oh, it's getting so cold and you can feel the chill from Fargus and the snows will be coming soon. And then there is no snow anywhere in the monastery. Like, nothing ever changes. The maps never change, the monastery never change. You have people saying, oh, we need to rescue Flame, we need to hurry and find her, and then you can spend an entire month just doing whatever you want and just do the battle at the end of the month, you know? Like, in some ways they are really shit when it comes to gameplay and story integration, but when it comes to Dimitri, the gameplay and story integration where he is concerned is absolutely amazing. Because while he is in his psychotic phase, all his level up lines are like super depressing, negative, and awful. You can't take him to dinner or anything. You can't raise supports. And as I mentioned earlier, in one of his supports, you learn that he lost his sense of taste, like his physical sense of taste, during the tragedy of Dusker. And he never mentions how anything tastes. He has only one food dislike, which is a dessert that is basically just snow if you take out the taste. And everything that is related to him and his story and character arc is integrated so nicely. There is so much attention to detail there. And then you just have complete and utter flops in the other ways. And I'm like, if they could have put that level of attention into the entire game, it would have been absolutely amazing.
You know when you work your muscles and they start screaming? That means you gotta be nice to them. If your muscles are hungry, you gotta feed them. And let them rest when they're tired. Of course! If my muscles hurt, then I hurt. If they're hungry, well then I'm hungry too.
Okay.
What's with the confused face, Professor? You look like you don't get a word I'm saying.
This is actually hilarious because in the support with Dimitri and Raphael, Raphael actually tries out Dimitri's training regimen and tries to modify it a bit to make it even worse. And he ends up with severe muscle ache, like, and it's the first time he actually felt that awful. Okay, let's see. Today's menu. Who do we need? Dimitri and Marianne, please? No? Okay, so we can have either or. No! What do I need? Verona. Can I buy this somewhere? Can I buy this from the merchant, please? Please tell me I can buy this from you. No, I cannot. That sucks!
Tell your friends!
They do actually share a dish that they like and I don't have the items for it. Oh man. Okay, so we're just gonna have to take one that's either liked by Dimitri and not liked by Marianne, or vice versa. That sucks. So either cabbage and herring stew, 10.50. Yeah, we're definitely taking this. Marianne and Dimitri, please go.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
Looks good. I will eat well and restore my strength.
But yeah, notice how he said looks good, not tastes good. This sucks now. I really hate that. I think this might be... No, not Shamir and Catherine, just Catherine. Okay. Just Catherine. Please, Catherine, Shamir, can you two please have something in common? No, of course not. Would have been too easy. But hey, at least we get Leonie and Lawrence.
Hey, you're cleaning your plate. Nice job.
Please stop. You sound like my mother.
I just love this dialogue so much. Okay, one more time. Catherine and... Oh, okay. For a moment I thought she would hate it. Okay.
Eating with the two of you makes me feel at home. At home, That's a nice feeling.
Alright, and we're going to take Linhard, and who do we actually have here who needs more level ups? Who actually needs to be actively leveled up? Not you, not you. I think Dorothea should probably be fine. Yeah, let's go with Dorothea. Why not?
I think
This is my...
Alright. Oh, we need to give Gilbert the flowers. Right. Right. Let's go.
I need to be speaking.
I think this month. Leave the negotiation. Is it tricky?
Oh, there they are. Yeah. Flowers used as an offering for those who died in war. The flowers are colorful, but the leaves are sharp as blades.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
His Highness visits the graveyard after every battle and places flowers on the graves of those who have fallen. Though it is hard for him to accept such loss, I believe he wishes to pay them the honor they deserve. And yeah, so you get this one for every single one of your house leaders. You get it in Crimson Flower for Edelgard, you get it for Claude and Verdant Wind, and you get it for Dimitri. And I do love that it's literally the first month after Dimitri finally turns around and actually, you know, regains his senses. This is one of the first things he does. He apologizes to everyone he wronged, and he places flowers on the graves of the fallen, which is just really neat. Alright. We're going to save here. Oh, Lysithia could actually also use some instruction, now that I'm looking at it. Lawrence is motivated. Hanuman should be fine, I think. Let's take Lysithia. You know what? Yeah, why not? Let's take Lysithia and whoever. Probably Hanuman. Just so she can get some motivation.
What a company we are. A master of Christology. One who aspires, and one who helps people.
obviously I'm the one who aspires. So that means the professor is the one helping others? Huh.
Well, at least they're no longer hating on each other during dinner. So that's good. Alright. Time for some instructions. Let's go. Haven't been able to instruct you in ages, Dimitri, so of course you're getting instructions. Linhard, very, very important. probably the most important person right now because we do need to get him on a horse. Dorothea. Lawrence.
This was...
Lysithia, you definitely need more faith. And Marianne, sure, why not? Let's go. Leone, okay, sure, let's go. 133, 122.
Nope. Nope.
Alright, I think we already adjusted the goals. Oh no, we did not. So you can just focus on authority so that I know you're done. Everybody else is okay. Begin training, let's go.
Professor.
No. I do not want you to learn sword and bow. Lysithia, okay, let's go. This one is gonna be a bit depressing.
Thank you for helping me with my training again today, Professor.
And I'm actually gonna get myself something to drink.
I'm gonna keep at it for a while longer, so you go on ahead. I can't. Not when I'm right on the cusp of using my power to greater potential. Surely you yourself are tired. Just don't worry about me, okay?
Well, that ended well.
I'm sorry, Professor. It was careless of me to continue, despite how fatigued I clearly was. I probably should have listened to you. Now I've made a mess of things. I can't help but feel the need to rush in all things constantly. You get that way when you realize you haven't got much time.
Here we go.
18 years ago, House Ordelia was involved in a civil conflict within the Empire. All we did was respond to a call for aid. We weren't involved politically. But once the rebellion was crushed, my family was held responsible for the aid we gave, and the Empire gained some sway over us as a result. At the time, the noble houses of the Alliance took a passive stance. No one lent aid to my family. As a result, some key officials within the family were killed. People from the Empire were sent to replace them. Among those people were some mysterious mages. They were unsettling, in a word. Skin pale as death.
That sounds like mages we know.
One after another, they captured and imprisoned the children of our household. They began performing terrible rituals on the children. Though it's probably more accurate to call them experiments. With the Empire monitoring our every move, my parents could do nothing but watch in horror as all of this unfolded. One after another, the children died, till the only one left was me. You know, my hair wasn't always this color. During their experiments, they'd been doing things with my blood. One morning, I awoke like this. A shock of white hair, all trace of pigment gone. Upon seeing me, the mages were delighted. They realized that their experiments had finally succeeded.
Congratulations, you invented albinism?
Sure enough, they ran a test and saw that two crests coexisted within me. Losing pigment from my hair wasn't the only loss. The mages informed me that my lifespan was now greatly shortened.
5 more years at most. Perhaps less. Shortly thereafter, the mages lost interest in me, and we never saw them in the Ordelia household again.
So yeah, all of this happened before Edelgard returned from the Empire to the from the kingdom to the Empire, and we know back then Edelgard still had her like brunette hair. So yeah, these tests on the Ordelia children were essentially a trial run to see how it would work, if it could work, before Edelgard and her siblings were put through the same experiments. And yeah, this was under the orders of, this was at a time when Edelgard's father was still in full control of the Empire. Which is why I'm saying, like, it makes zero sense to see Lysithea as an honorary Black Eagle, because it was literally the Empire that sent those mages to her. The same mages who experimented on her. So, yeah. The Empire before the Edelgard was a bit of a messed up place, yeah. We do know that, for example, even if a woman had a crest, she could not inherit her husband's house, whereas in Fargus, for example, we find out in Three Hopes that there are actually female rulers of houses in Fargus. We know that was not the case in the Empire from Mercedes's family. We know that we'll find out through different supports and different paralogues that Emperor Ionios had many consorts, and he essentially tried to reduce the influence of the consort king. Consort kin, which basically means up until this point, if somebody in your family became a consort to the king, at least you got like a nobility out of it, a title and some nice political perks. He basically wanted to get rid of that, which is what caused an entire rebellion. So basically he wanted polygamy without any side effects, which is like there's certainly something like and yeah, he worked together with those mages, so fun times.
Since all that, our family has been in decline. It's challenging now even to govern our territory. After all my mother and father have suffered, I at least want them to have peace as they grow older. That is all I wish for, but I haven't much time to ensure it comes to pass. It's not like what's been done to me can be undone.
Fun fact, Hanuman is actually going to undo it in their paired ending together.
Professor, the only way I can conceive of would be to remove my crest somehow. But I don't know if that's even remotely possible. Even if it were, I wouldn't be of much use to you and the others without my crest.
Yeah, there's a bunch of endings, paired endings, in which Lysithea either has her crests removed or finds a way to extend her lifespan. I think it's her paired endings with... Let me actually look up who she has paired endings with, because I don't remember all of them. I do know that two of the ones where she gets it removed are Hanuman and Linhardt. Golden Deer, Lysithea, endings. So yeah, Byleth, Lysithea, and Hanuman. In Edelgard's ending, they don't remove the crest, but they find a way to remove the side effects. In Claude's paired endings, he says he found a means to save her, and then he whisks her away and nobody ever finds out what happened. In Felix's paired ending, she dies young. In Lawrence's, she dies young. Raphael, Ignatz, Cyril, those are all the endings where she dies young. And I think in Buffus is paired ending with her as well. So yeah, there's only a few where she gets her lifespan restored, or where she gets her crests removed, but it is possible.
You sound resolved. I'll allow your resolve bolster my own. Thank you, Professor.
But yeah, I usually go for her ending with Hanuman because it's just a very beautiful ending for both of them. And a very hopeful ending for the future, to be honest. For the future as a whole, I mean.